We will discuss Coulomb scattering in the chapter Nuclear Properties. As we all familiar with the Coulomb scattering and J.J. Thomson. Before proceeding to Coulomb scattering, we know about J.J. Thomson model. According to Thomson model, an atom is a positive charge sphere of radius 1 angstrom in which mass and positive charge of an atom are equally distributed and equal amount of opposite negative charge, which is in the form of electrons, is uniformly distributed in this atom. To confirm the reliability, the credibility of this Thomson model, Rutherford started an experiment of scattering of alpha particle by an atom. In this experiment, Rutherford bombard high energy alpha particles emitted from radioactive material on the thin foil, and he found that most of the alpha particles are deviated from their path with different angles from 1 degree to 180 degree. But he called this deviation scattering. In other words, the deviation of alpha particle from its path by the atom is called scattering. If the Thomson model is assumed to be reliable in this case, then alpha particle should be scattered within a scattering angle of less than 1 angstrom. But the Rutherford scattering showed completely different aspects. Especially the large angle scattering cannot be explained by the Thomson model. So to explain theoretically the large angle scattering of alpha particle by thin foil, Rutherford proposed a new model which is called Rutherford scattering. Nucleus could be discovered by Rutherford scattering. Rutherford proved that the large angle scattering is possible when the entire positive mass of the atom is concentrated in a very small central region of the atom. This very small central region is called nucleus, and the scattering of alpha particle is possible due to the repulsive Coulomb interaction of positive charge of an atom. According to the Rutherford scattering or Rutherford model, the entire positive charge and mass of the atom is concentrated in a very small volume of 10 to the power minus 15 meter, which is equal to 1 Fermi. This is the size of nucleus. These following assumptions are to be used to drive the Rutherford alpha particle scattering formula. First of all, for any atom, the entire positive charge and mass of the atom are concentrated in a very small volume at its center, which is called nucleus. And the size of this is of the order of 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Second one is the nucleus of the atom is assumed to be very heavy in comparison to the mass of alpha particle. So the impact of alpha particle with atom does not change its position. In other words, the size of alpha particle is far lesser than that of the nucleus of an atom. Third one, this is the repulsive Coulomb interaction between alpha particle and the atom, which means the nucleus. Here is the repulsive Coulomb interaction because the charge of alpha particle is positive and also the charge of the nucleus is positive, so same charge will repel to each other. So this repulsion force is responsible for the scattering of alpha particle from the foil. Fourth one, the electron do not affect the scattering of alpha particle. Since the mass of electron is very less as compared to the alpha particle and nucleus, so electrons does not contribute to the scattering of alpha particle. Fifth one is nucleus and alpha particles are assumed to be point charge particles. Now we will derive an expression for the Coulomb scattering formula. For this we assume this: if the charge of the nucleus is plus Ze, where Z is the atomic number of the atom and E is the charge of electrons, so the charge of nucleus is plus Ze. We denote alpha particle by 2He4, which means J2 is the atomic number and the charge of alpha particle will be equal to 2 electron. Then Coulomb and repulsive force between these, we know, we all are familiar with this formula: F equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. So Q1 is Jd, Q2 is 2E, and R square is the distance between incident particle. Here incident particle is alpha particle and the scatter is nucleus. So the distance between them is equal to R. K is the Coulomb constant, which has a value is equal to 9 into 10 to the minus 19 Newton meter square upon Coulomb square. Finally we got this formula 2kZe square upon R square, because here are R square, here is R square. So due to this inverse square law of force, the trajectory of this force becomes hyperbola. Thank you.